Reduction ad absurdum, or proof of contradiction. Suppose the opposite of what I'm trying to prove is true. If that leads to nonsense, then my original claim must be correct. Proof of contradiction is a proof technique where we assume the opposite of what we want to prove, then show that this assumption leads to a contradiction. From that contradiction, we can conclude that the assumption must be false, so the original statement must be true. So, if let's say we have not P, and this leads to a contradiction, and we're going to put an upside down T, then we conclude P. So what we basically have here is not P, some sort of reasoning steps, and then a contradiction. And then this will result in, therefore, P. So not P, this is reasoning. So this is the temporary assumption. This is the reasoning. This is the contradiction. So we can represent T like Q and not Q. And then it therefore results in P. So basically we have P if Q would go to P TQ, which is essentially modus ponens, but using contradiction. So let's break this down fully. So we've got 1, which is a premise. So if P, then Q. And then we have number 2, which is the premise P. We now need to assume not Q, which is temporary, because this is going to help with the argument that you're trying to make. And then from 2 and 1, so from 2 and 1, by modus ponens, we get Q. And then in 5, we have Q and not Q. So Q and not Q, which leads to that's wrong. That means if and then. So I mean, let's do, that leads to a contradiction. And 6 is the assumption, not Q is false. 7, so Q. Hopefully that makes some sort of sense.